GM, everybody. Welcome back to another Liquidium Lunch Club. You have your usual suspects here, as we have Kate, our Lady Liquidium, the head of marketing. We have Pete, our CTO. And we are joined here today by our friends from Bitflow. We have Dylan and Diego here. How you guys doing today?
Oh, Diego is gone.
Oh, Diego dipped out on us.
Oh wow, rude. No Christmas bonus for Diego.
Nah.
He's in charge of accounting.
No bonus for you, pal.
We're doing good. It's been a good week. Well, at least like in terms of shipping stuff, it's been a terrible week for Rune's prices. They're beyond dead. They're 20 feet deep.
Facts.
We're doing what we can to bring it back.
I know that's right. That's what's up. There's Diego. Diego's back in the building. How you doing, sir?
I'm eating today because it's lunch.
That's the next question. What do we got going on for the eats, bro? So kick us off.
I'm eating some cookies.
Bro, what kind of cookies?
Like, those Italian cookies you get at Costco? They're fancy.
Yes, those are the Christmas cookie type things.
Dylan, you got anything going on over there?
No, I got maybe I could run upstairs and grab the Christmas, it's like an advent calendar. This is my first one.
Oh.
I haven't had one before.
Okay.
You open up, it's like a different chocolate every day.
That's pretty dope.
Those are so good, bro.
Also, all the way upstairs, I'm a little lazy.
I don't blame you. Kate, you got anything going?
I just heated up. I just made a chai latte. In my Christmas mug.
Ooh.
It's my first time trying to make a chai latte, so we'll see how it goes. I don't know. It feels promising. It smells promising, but
Mid.
Judgment?
yeah, that's not very good. I'll try again. I'll try again next week, see what happens. Oh, that was not good.
Oopsie daisy. Pete, you got anything happening, bro?
No, nothing crazy. I just got coffee. Just coffee with me. That's about it.
I hear that.
I eat anything today? Oh, dude, I had leftover pizza today for lunch. That was yummy.
Yeah, cold or warm though. That's the question.
Oh, I had to do warm.
Okay.
Cold's only at night. If it's night, you sneak in the fridge, you take it out.
Bro, I'm a savage, bro. I'm Mac Miller all the way. I'm cold pizza all day, dog.
Thank you, bro. I see Dylan's nodding.
Yeah, let's go. Yeah, today I had spaghetti for lunch, but I got some nice. I also had a shit ton of Christmas cookies because my wife baked absolutely too many. But then to add insult to injury, bro, the kettle chips, barbecue kettle chips, these things are goated.
Ooh.
And my offshoot LaCroix. All right, so now that we've gone over the eat situation, man, I think I want to jump right into it today. I want to talk about Bitflow, and I want to talk about what you guys have cooked up.
We got a little echo too, by the way. Is that Diego? I think I'm hearing it come from your end. Okay, cool. Yeah, have you guys played around with it yet? We'll do a little demo here. We got a little movie trailer teaser for you. A little Shawshank Rune Redemption.
Yeah, I love that video. Let's do it. I have not had a chance to play around with it personally yet. I'm not sure if Pete has. Pete, have you?
No, not yet.
No?
Dude. Not yet.
So we definitely need that.
We stream the video here. It'd be a good way to kick off things. It's only like 30 seconds.
Yeah, do it. That video is sick.
Yeah, I got it pulled up. Let me get it for you. But yeah, listen, guys, we got some tasty APYs going on here. You can lead the horse to water or something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
You can lead the horse to the Bitcoin yield. Hold on.
Yeah.
Yeah, share the system audio. Okay, let's go.
And it.
Can you see?
Perfect. Let me zoom in on it for everybody. There we go.
Boom.
In a world where dreams were locked away, they were more than memes. They were communities ready for a revolution.
Let's go.
This is so sick. The bass panda goes so hard.
Dude, it's dope.
There was no music, by the way, Dylan. It was just voiceover.
It's hard.
Let's go.
Or Pizza Ninja, you know, right there at the end.
Oh, that's money.
Funny.
So yeah, guys, we launched the Diego's a wizard with the effects, the AI training how to do. I have no idea how he did any of that stuff. It's so cool.
So cool.
But yeah, this is it live right now on app.bitflow.finance. I think this is like an absolutely beautiful way to look at runes trading and see like different quotes and stuff. For different for whatever assets you're trying to trade, right? So if I log in here, I've got my Leather wallet. I logged in. Oh, maybe that one's connected, or maybe I need to log in with the Bitcoin chain. Do a little refresh here. Let's see what we got. Yeah. But you can see like you got all this data from Lunar Crush as well that you can overlay on top, which is pretty nice. Let me get connected here. Leather. We'll do a little demo for you guys. Yeah, Leather connected. So you connect your Stacks wallet, you connect your Bitcoin wallet, and then yeah, you can get to trading.
Which
Pretty
the
nice.
actual-
Yeah, Exo's the same thing for sure. Yeah, that's actually a nice little trade for somebody right there if they want to go in and knock that out. Like, all I can do is like send screenshots to the alpha. I can't be doing all the trades myself.
I'm logging in now.
Yeah, like you this part is so cool. I love the integration that we did with Lunar Crush. Like you can check out the trading volume compared to the price. You can check out like engagements on top of that as well on social. They have like their own alt rank and galaxy score metrics. I want to say like alt rank you want to be as close to like 1 as possible. So like lower is better over time. So like you can actually kind of see maybe like their metrics, their social metric, like this thing alt rank is going a little bit higher, the price is going a little bit lower. You can kind of zoom in here and see some sentiment, like it's mostly positive and neutral, but maybe a little bit more negative than you'd like to see. And you see like who the different influencers are, over different periods of time. This is like the live data. Maybe we do like 1 week, 1 month, see if that kind of changes anything there. But or you can switch all this stuff up as well. So yeah, beautiful UX for trading runes. We're it's Shawshank Rune Redemption. The runes are set free from the previous trading experience with like the listings. You get the AMM based pricing. It lives on the Stacks layer, and it's but we're working towards where you can trade just native L1 to L1 stuff. Right now, if you want to like participate, what you do is you go over to the bridge page here. You can either go grab some SBTC, by doing that maybe in the Leather wallet, or you can go to like app.stacks.co. Then you can start bridging in SBTC here. Or you can bridge in Pontus Bitcoin if you need some BTC on the Stacks layer. And then these are the runes tokens that we have pools for created already. $1 billion cat, dog go to the moon, runes, and USDH, so you can bridge those in and out, as you need to. You can see, I've sent all of mine over to Stacks already, and I've got it deployed in some pools here. When you go to the pools page, you can kind of like sort by like, all right, there's a bunch of stack stuff going on here. Just show me the goods, show me the runes pools. This is what I want to be playing around with right now. We've got a Pontus Bitcoin and Liquidium pool set up. It's like super low liquidity right now in that, but that's because we're going to be launching it with SBTC, like you see here with Dog, and like you see with $1 Billion Cat as well. It's nice. Shows you the volume. Shows you like this organic APY, the different trading fees, the composition of the pool. You just go in here. You got a little SBTC. You got a little Billy. 0.0001 or something like that. Confirm. Add the liquidity. Boom. You're starting to earn already. Well, as soon as I can hit confirm there.
So smooth.
There it is. Yeah. And so the stacks blocks are like way faster, now than they used to be. So it's like a much more pleasant experience. This will probably confirm here in a few, or because it's a demo, live demo, it'll probably like get rolled back because of post conditions or something. But yeah, this is nice. It shows your pending transactions, right? Shows you the composition of the pool. Go over here to the earn page, maybe you find a little bit more alpha. We've got I think you're getting like 5% on your SBTC for bringing it on chain, and that's paid out in SBTC as well. I think it's airdropped like bi-weekly. That's just for bringing it on chain or using it in DeFi, right? So however much you've got in these DeFi contracts, that amount of SBTC is going to be earning 5%. On top of that, you get the organic emissions from trading activity. That's the really like nice, sustainable design that we built to last like as long as Bitcoin itself. And then we've got these like more promotional emissions to celebrate that we're launching these pools and get people excited about runes trading and runes earning through an AMM. And the purpose of these bonus emissions that we were doing and also paying out in the SBTC here. You can see like kind of crazy numbers here on SBTC and $1 Billion Cat pool, right? It's a crazy APY, but that's the alpha for the lunch club today. Yeah.
We had a quick question from Toast on Twitter. You might have gone over it, but he just wanted to ask again, how good of APY percents do the pools generate right now?
How much of the pool is generating right now?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we launched them yesterday, so I think we got to give it a little bit of time,
Fair enough, yeah.
Yeah. And we haven't even really hit like the minimum TVL that we need on these pools. Like 30K is nothing for a billion Bitcoin pool, and for the dog pool, it's only like 20K. I think there's a couple different ways to get your Bitcoin onboarded. Like these are paired with SBTC, but I think we're going to hit the cap for the number of SBTC that can be minted pretty soon here. It could be the next couple of days even, or maybe even end of day. I'm not sure, but I think we're like 600 out of 1,000 already minted.
Oh, wow.
But that's okay if that does happen. Like you can always just like go to the swap page, use some stacks to get yourself some SBTC if you need to, or if you bridge some Billy, you can always trade Billy to get some SBTC. We can go back to that advanced view, but this is like the simple one here.
So needless to say, you'll probably be incentivizing liquidity providers pretty good, no?
Yeah. We're like, especially with these promotional emissions, like really the purpose is to get to that like minimum level of liquidity where you can actually have decent trading volume. If that makes sense, right? Like if you imagine like if we had infinite liquidity, like how much trading volume could we capture? Like you would have amazing rates on both sides of the pool, right? Like trading either direction with infinite liquidity. But like if you obviously infinite liquidity is not reasonable. So like what amount of TVL do we need in that pool to capture maybe like 80% of the trading activity? So definitely want to see these runes pools get up into the 6 figures here, pretty quickly. Yeah, I think dot swap is maybe like 40K on the SBTC Billy pool. So one day into the launch, I think we're going to be deeper than that pretty soon. And but they've also done pretty well, attracting liquidity on the dog pool. I think they're at like 1 million or 1.5 million there, and so we've got some additional emissions slapped on this, paid out in Bitcoin, just to get us to that minimum level, so that we can have really good trades here. I think what the attractive opportunity is going to be like taking a look at Magic Eden, seeing the prices there, taking a look at Bitflow and DotSwap, and comparing these rates across different places. And you're going to notice, okay, if I do like one or two trades here, I can turn my my Bitcoin into more Bitcoin. It's like
good arbitrage opportunities. Yeah.
So it's pretty crazy. It's like 460% on the dog pool right now. Even just it's like, that's nuts. It's like 1,800% on the Billy pool. This is like an SBTC Pontus Bitcoin stable swap between different flavors of Bitcoin on the Stacks layer. And this is offering like a pretty bonkers emission.
Yeah, it's nice.
Rate.
Yeah.
So,
but this unlocks as well is you can trade dogs for Billy here if you go to the swap, Dylan. Now let's look at a Magic Eden, for example. Even the Billy pool, there's only 22K in bid TVL. That's how much people have locked in to buy or sell. So I think that's a legit comparison to actual rooms AMM TVL, because the AMMs you can click and swap on both sides right away. So this is what's expected in terms of liquidity, but allows you to go not only like on DotSwap where you can go Billy to Bitcoin, because that's the only pair. We have almost 200 pairs that you can swap to. So you can go Billy to dog to Liquidium, Liquidium to Stacks to BTC, and bridge out, right? And I think that brings a lot of value and speed that will drive more transactions, right? So the option is I mean, I think the main purpose here is giving the user more options. You can go and do blocks, and you can do larger trades on Magic Eden. You can go to centralized exchanges, but you can also go to decentralized exchanges, and I think that's the big unlock. And that happens within a Bitcoin block, right? You come in, you bridge, you already have your assets ready to trade. And a reminder that there is no limit. So if you go back to the swap, Dylan, there's no splitting necessary once you bridged. So if he wants to do 1.23,
Billy doesn't have any decimals, but I think you can just trade like literally one. I think at token contract level, like it has no decimal places, but yeah, pretty crazy that you just do. Like, and you don't have to worry about pre-splitting.
That's
so
awesome. Nice. Yeah, that's huge.
Yeah, and there's like no brick floors with this stuff, and it happens pretty quick. Like that add liquidity transactions confirmed. Let's check out this swap helper here. That one's still pending a little bit, but I'm sure it'll be confirmed here in a minute. But
well, we have someone who's really happy about this. We have Bitcoin Bro Bear in the comments saying BM Bros.
Yeah, Bro Bear.
Yeah, Bro Bear in the building. Yeah, exactly. Win Bro Pool. The pool for the bros.
If I go to this page right here, the beta site, which like we gave access to like so many, I think like 5,000 Liquidium users or something. Yeah, you guys get the the alpha, the early access. So if you come to the beta.bitflow.finance. This is where you can see some of the new stuff that's coming soon. So like if you go to this bridge page here, not only do we have Bitcoin and some of the other runes that we mentioned, but wow, what is that? What is that right there?
What is that one?
Yeah, so a bunch of different some of like the top, the first like 100 runes that were minted, like showing some love to those as well. And this is like some people. I think a fair question here is like, all right, if I'm thinking about bringing this stuff to Stacks, like what's the security model here? Like can I bring my assets back? Even like there's some people that are bridging their rooms to Solana. They probably have a pretty nice trading experience there too. But I think that for some of the bridges, or at least the popular one, there's no way to bring your assets back. Like a lot of people were bridging pups there, and like now they're Solana pups. But these like the signers for this, it's like an 8 out of 15, set of a signer set for like Bitcoin season 2 companies that really care about, seeing these assets succeed. They care about BTC, the asset. They care about BTC, the chain and the network. They care about runes. They care about stacks as like a scaling solution. So very happy to have like just an awesome signer set of people that care about pushing the ecosystem forward. I think if it was up to the maxis a couple of years ago, like, none of us would be building anything.
Facts.
So, that's all. It's great to have tokens defined on layer 1. And I think, like, especially if you're thinking about meme coins, like, and governance tokens too, like you give your token like the best possible chance at like longevity, because it's going to be around at least as long as Bitcoin. So yeah, and it's also audited by like the same people that are auditing like the Stacks Core Code, Clarity Alliance, top notch team. Really, really high quality auditors there. And maybe one last like nerdy thing to talk about, like why this bridge is cool compared to other bridges, is the mint of the asset itself, like at the smart contract level, depends on Bitcoin. And as part of like the Stacks consensus as well, like if, like Stacks forks with Bitcoin. So with this mint, like for example, like if you, bridged in some Liquidium and your bridge transaction was, like reorged from the longest chain tip on layer 1, right? Then that mint would no longer be valid on the stack chain. It would be like an unminable transaction. So that gives you like an extra layer of security, and it makes it so you can mint the asset immediately. So like one Bitcoin block and then one Stacks block, which is super fast after the Nakamoto upgrade. Like that's how long you have to wait. Whereas like other chains, they have to wait like maybe 3 to 6 blocks for more like probabilistic based security. So I think this is like a huge upgrade for like getting these assets usable and tradable very quickly, so you can trade within like it just takes one Bitcoin block to send like to trade Liquidium for Billy on the Stacks layer, for example. So and the last thing here is like we do have native Bitcoin trading in the app, which is also something we launched this week. Very happy about that. Right now it's only for Stacks, but all the infrastructure is the same to go from native Bitcoin to like Liquidium on the Stacks layer, or Billy or Dog on the Stacks layer. So those trades can happen like after one Bitcoin block and one Stacks block. And the thing we're working on after that, integrating into the front end, is like totally round trip, just L1 experience for the user. So you can just like trade Bitcoin for Liquidium on layer 1, for example, and not even have to know that you're using Stacks in the background. So much cool stuff, and happy to be sharing it with you guys, and it's just only going to get better over time.
Yeah, and something that we spoke about last time, but what's unique about this versus what's there on the market right now, besides marketplace, is that you still own your tokens even after the bridged. So if you open your Xverse wallet, it's still going to be there. Xverse fully supports this. So if you bridge over 100 Billy, you can open your Xverse wallet. It's still yours, right? We're not taking custody. There's no smart contract that's taking custody. You decide to do, and the pools are all decentralized pools. It's peer-to-peer trading as well. So we know that L1 to L1 is interesting, but because of the fees, we expect that to be going higher and higher. Because of the ARB opportunities and also the advanced tools that we're adding, such as limit orders, DCA, etc., it may be much more advantageous to stay on L2, do all the transactions, and when you decide to bridge back to L1 to sell on a Magic Eden, you can. But the day-to-day transactions, especially if you're a day trader or if you're using this as an ARB opportunity, you're gonna want to experience that. And we're not, again, we're not taking custody. This is still visible in the Xverse wallet. Well, Xverse supports all of these tokens. You can see it. You can play around with it. You can trade it. You can actually trade it from the Xverse and Ledger Wallet app as well. Once it's bridged, you can open the Xverse wallet, choose Dog, swap for Stacks or whatever it is. So I think that's key, and that's super important because it's the same experience you see on Solana. It's the same experience you see on Ethereum. But in a more decentralized way versus sending to a centralized exchange and going through all that. And it also happens within one Bitcoin block. So in a few minutes, you can start trading, start earning, start adding the liquidity to the pool. You can remove liquidity at any time. So you have that freedom. It's your tokens at the end of the day. Your yield, your tokens, your keys.
No, you guys are cooking over there. Yeah, Pete, go for it, man.
Let's fucking go. No, I think it's super awesome. I think that's like I think it's safe to say that you guys are the most decentralized swap for runes today. So I think that's an absolute amazing achievement. It's super awesome. I definitely want to play with it way more too. I can't wait to fuck around a bit with the guy. But yeah, I don't know. I'm just so excited. That's awesome. I think you guys are easily the clear most decentralized, and that's a huge win. So congrats to you guys, honestly.
I appreciate that, man. It's like, is it like maybe the most perfect, solution? Like, at the end of the day, it's like 8 out of 15 signers from like, really high quality companies and protocols, right? That are, ensuring that your assets get minted, right, on stacks or, get bridged back to layer one. But, if we're in a world where like, Xverse and Leather and Bitflow and Liquidium are like, an Ordinals bot and like all in stacking DAO or like acting maliciously, like that's we're in a pretty bad spot for all of our tokens overall. Like these are people that definitely care about seeing runes tokens succeed, seeing stacks succeed, and it's kind of funny. Like there's like I don't know these like purist tests and stuff about like decentralization or even just having like meme coins or whatever on Bitcoin. It's like kind of silly stuff. I talked about it a little bit on Twitter Space last night, but it was like our own purist test. Like we're not a Bitcoin DEX until you can actually like trade BTC, native BTC in the app. So that felt like a big milestone for us, like just personally this week. That's just like something we put on ourselves, like people will define, whatever they want to define, like Bitcoin DEX as. But we're just trying to build useful stuff for people that they enjoy doing. And I think you have like these two different funnels of communities that it's really great to bring together. You've got people already on stacks, like a great community that like have been earned over, like years and years, like trying to build out more functionality on Bitcoin. And then you've got like this, like an emerging, set of like a great rune community that's like free and fair mint, and just like having fun on Bitcoin again, and like I think there's a lot of alignment there, and like we can both of these communities can go further together. But yeah, it's kind of funny, like the maxis were mad at Casey, and for like creating shitcoins on Bitcoin, right? But and like Casey maybe like isn't even the biggest fan of stacks. Like I think he's also called that like a shitcoin or something. Like it's gonna be like kind of I don't know. It's gonna be kind of funny if like the best runes trading experience is like powered by stacks at the end of the day. Like under the hood, and like this keeper infrastructure where you don't even need to know about the stacks layer. But then you get curious and you're like, how is this happening? Like, how can you have trades that are working like this and I'm getting these AMM prices? And like you look into it, and maybe you start experimenting on stacks. So, and you like, it just feels like magical to use SBTC and trade for runes like with that speed. So, I think stacks is really on the forefront here as a super strong layer 2 scaling solution. Not just for Bitcoin but for Bitcoin assets. The Pontus team deserves a huge shout out. They've done an incredible job making this a reality, and like working with us so that you can have like AMM and bridge infrastructure very tightly interwoven. And yeah, guys, I think like it's just going to get it's only going to get crazier for like Bitcoin assets. Like this is like it's just going to get like nuts. So if we have like AI agents on the stacks layer that are already trading this stuff, like Diego is like set up like some sort of AI bot. He's not even really telling me all the details about this, just like creating arb loops on Bitflow for him. I'm like, give me a piece. No, it's like having your own personal agents that can help you like trade or earn. Like keepers can help you do things like and they can help you do things like limit orders or the portfolio like yield management, reallocation. It just all sorts of crazy stuff. And, Yeah, if you guys even do like a deep dive on keepers, like I'm happy to do that. But it's just one of the things I'm super thrilled about. Like, and would love to give our lead smart contract engineer like more resources to just build out like just a whole team of devs to build out crazy keeper infrastructure, because you can kind of take away all the clunky parts of DeFi with that. And like that's just our obsession right now, is trying to make Bitflow the best place to trade on Bitcoin. I think we've already done it on Stacks, and we're going to expand to Bitcoin and Bitcoin assets as well.
If you guys give me a minute, I can show you my language model, and I can do a swap on the screen here.
Fuck yeah, let's do it.
Pull it up.
Yeah,
But yeah,
This
to
is
what Dylan
stupid
said,
alpha.
dude, I think you touched on a lot, bro. I think it's been a huge year for Stacks for sure. I mean, the amount of upgrades that they've put through is insane. And now, if you guys are at the forefront of using those upgrades right away, in the best way possible, that's super awesome. But yeah, it's been a huge year for Stacks, and at the end of the day, it's up to the teams to put stuff together and build cool things with all the other tools that other teams have built. You know what I mean? So it's great to see all this coming together.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that. And like I feel like a lot of us are waiting on like tier 1 exchanges to like list these runes assets, and like I don't know. Let's just build. I just like kind of the mindset like we should just try to build really useful stuff for ourselves, and like if we make a really good experience for trading and earning with it, like adoption's only going to go up. If there's more places to trade, there's more ARB opportunities, so trading volume will be higher. It's kind of like just the success of the assets will be kind of undeniable on their own. It's like we shouldn't be having like I mean, it'd be great to see it, but like we shouldn't, like runes are not dependent on a tier 1 listing. I mean, like we're gonna Bitcoin assets are gonna make their own way.
Yeah. Can you guys hear me?
Yep.
Now let me shut up and let's see what Diego's cooking.
And the other thing is as well.
Let's go. Make us $1 million, Diego. Come on.
And the other thing as well that I think it's important for us to celebrate getting listed on decentralized.
You still there, Diego?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, but you might be a little faint.
Okay. All right. You can see my screen, right?
Yep, I can hear you a lot better now too.
Cool. All right. Shout out to the IBTC dev group. We have been working together. The Bitflow SDK API is what powers the AI chat GPT. Kind of what it is, but let's just say, this is me talking to my wallet. That's all I'm doing. It can't do anything else. So I can say, hey, how's the price of, dog today, right? And it's going to look through Luna Crush. It's going to look through our API. It's going to look through the query, and it's already starting to answer me. It's saying, I assume that dog is listed as dog go to the moon. I will retrieve the price history and hope you guys can read this, but I'll bring it a little bit closer. It's not on a Velar tool. It's not on Alex because it's on Bitflow. So I'm going to ask to please swap Stacks for dog on Bitflow, right? And it's going to think about that, and then it's going to take a couple of seconds to respond. It says to address the user request, I will first check if both tokens are available for trading based on the recent interaction, etc. It's kind of formal. We're gonna make it a little bit more fun when it replies to users. It says Stacks and dog go to the moon are both available for trading on Bitflow. I will proceed to execute a swap from Stacks to dog with the default settings. And it's already swapping for me. It's going to pop up here in just a few seconds. You can actually see the full details of the smart contract and the execution, the token. It's all behind the scenes. But this language model allows you to just ask any sort of question and interact with your wallet. And what we have, for example, when we were doing the beta, we had people from Singapore that was speaking to the robot in their own native language, right? So the swap for one Stacks to dog, one Stacks, that's about $2, $2.50 on Bitflow was successfully executed with the transaction off. You can view the transaction in the link on the Explorer or here. It gives you the link as well. And you can see
Man, that's sick.
it was confirmed in the anchor block already a minute ago. And this whole transaction, this is the whole back end, was done via the Bitflow SDK and the AI token. And you can see interesting here because you didn't have to do ARB, because what happens is when stacks, SBTC and SBTC over to the dog. So now if I go back to my AI, it's going to show up the history again. Just give me 1 second. I can say, hey, what's my wallet balance? And it's gonna pull up stuff from my wallet. I'm not that rich, so. But yeah, to find out your wallet, I will use. So that was my only command. Please swap stacks to dog. I can request whatever amount. I can do whatever fancy stuff. And what the way we're aggregating this data, the Luna Crush data, the price, the market data as well, we're capturing as well as closed sales data, which is different than the floor you may see on Magic Eden. We're actually also looking at the price that was the recent sale. All of this, we basically think of this as endpoints that can feed into an AI and can help you make decisions. So it can actually look at the market price on Luna Crush, the social sentiment, and make a trade for you on demand. There's a query here that runs every hour, so I can ask the robot to check the price every hour and execute a trade when dog drops below X amount, right? So you can see here, it's saying I have 21 stacks in the wallet, I have some Alex tokens, and I have various other balances, including dog, but I have a very little dog. So yeah, that's a little bit of the AI that I've been playing around with it, but it's awesome, and this is all powered by the Bitflow SDK. So when we're thinking about the aggregating here, we're not only aggregating liquidity sources, we're aggregating data. We're trying to just deliver the best trading experience and give you all the tools to make the right trade. And again, all this happened within the Bitcoin layers, right? So now with the native Bitcoin swaps and bridge over, we're going to be able to ask the robot to go from Bitcoin layer 1 to layer 2 and back by a simple prompt. So it's pretty awesome.
That is fantastic. Great work. That is innovative. This is really cool to see.
I'll post the transactions here so you guys see I'm not using a Figma.
You.
This is not a lockup.
That's crazy. We just traded runes with AI. That's crazy.
Was that by chance Richard's team that did that, or did you guys build that AI bot?
No, this is a team of volunteers.
Okay.
There's Jason, there's a bunch of team behind me, but it's mostly just people that are obsessed with Bitcoin and AI.
I love
and
it.
They see the vision. But even the balance sheet portfolio, that's something that we like. That's key for us. Like if you ask any DeFi user or trader, what's your yield? What's your APY? How much token should you be selling by December 31st for tax harvesting? What's your return on the investment? I mean, it gets pretty, like everyone goes back to the spreadsheet. And I think what AI is doing is going to aggregate all this data. It's going to remove a lot of the emotional trading. I think that's key. And it's going to, help you, I think help onboard a lot of people. DeFi is it's not easy. I think there's a lot of barriers, try to explain to your dad during Christmas what staking or farming is. He's going to think, like, is this kid planting potatoes? Like, what is he doing?
Right.
DeFi is like, it's pretty awesome in the back. Like we geek out on the tech. We go crazy. We go into conferences, but this is sort of the bubble that we live in. But once you step out, you're like, how do we onboard the other 99% of people that are opening their bank app and they're clicking a couple buttons and, adding to their 401k. I think that's where the language model comes in. You can come in and say, hey, you know what? I have these much tokens. Should I sell? What's the market price? Do this for me. Do DCA, dollar cost average. Do a limit order, sell when it reaches this amount, or buy when it reaches this amount, without all of that complexity, because it gets overwhelming sometimes. Right? I jump from wallet to wallet, ETH, Solana, Stacks, Bitflow, and you got all these different protocols. It's a lot, and I think aggregating all this into the Bitflow SDK and AI is going to help onboard a lot of users. And you can just ask, buy me some dog or give me some Liquidium tokens, and you will follow your command. So.
To be honest, I think one part you touched on briefly that I think is really interesting for traders is like being able to ask about like basic record keeping kind of a thing. Because the one time I did have to submit taxes after that kind of a thing, my tax guy almost fucking dropped me as a client. He's like, "Why the fuck did you do this? This is a fucking nightmare." But at least this way, like a lot of those like questions that you have to take time and go through all your trades and all that shit for, you can basically just ask the question, right? I think that's pretty dope.
Yeah. Even right now, I can say, hey, I purchased some tokens last week. What's my return on the dollar? So let's execute a trade now. Everything that you got GPT, it would just get back to you right away. So, for me, like I'm already a big AI fanatic. I use AI every day in various tools, and AI is gonna be in every tool utility that you use today. It's just gonna power boost even your refrigerator. People are not gonna know that AI is behind. AI is not a replacement. It's just gonna make things better. And I think we have a big opportunity to make DeFi better in order for us to catch up and really educate people on the benefits of decentralized finance without all the barriers. I still have my brother and my dad calling me on setting up wallets and all of that good stuff. And I think this is the beginning of that. And speaking to the machine is sort of like 1970 something, the keyboard. That's where we are. We're like in 1970.
Yeah, EFFs are going to make it more friendly.
Yes, sir.
I absolutely love it. My connection is really bad, so they keep dropping on and off. But I just want to say, that's probably the coolest thing I've ever seen. Not too dramatic, but that's the coolest thing ever. And we need to use that at Liquidium, honestly. We need to learn from BFF. So I mean, Bitflow. So you guys are doing great things. It's awesome.
I'm also
this is the strategy though. Like you go to Liquidium, you borrow some BTC against your runes. They're down bad right now, but probably not going much lower. So you borrow against them now, probably not going to get liquidated. You put that to work, in the Bitflow pools. You're earning the nice organic APY, the promotional SBTC. You get the loan paid back in no time. Your runes are back up. That's one play. You could borrow, against your SBTC. It's like earning yield and stake the borrow that Hermetica stablecoin against it. You could stake that, I think, for between 5 to 20%. There's it's just we're in the wild west frontier of Bitcoin DeFi, and it's just so fun to be working on these tools and
it's all starting to come to fruition, right? And one more point on that whole AI flow with everything. Just again, looking at it from the onboarding perspective, as you guys talked about, and removing friction. There's so many various knowledge levels within crypto, from people who just DCA on, say, for example, easy mode on Coinbase or Binance or something like that, all the way to I kind of know about all these different tokens and watch them in chains, but I don't know how to really interact with them, all the way to people like us who are all over the chains and all over the place doing everything. But I think even for that middleware user where, they're really now not maybe the absolute beginning in their crypto journey, but are more so now starting to become more interested in trading, in looking at these different tokens and arbitrage opportunities, different ways that they could gamify their plan within their financial goals of crypto, and kind of that whole area. So yeah, I think this is cool, because then they don't have to learn, okay, what wallets do I need? They have to have wallets still, but what do I go? How do I do this? How do I bridge? What do I need to bridge? All these different questions. They may not need to jump through all those hoops right away, because they could interact with something like this, where you give them the tools they need to be able to use this, and then they're off and running.
So true. So true. At the same time, it there's so much opportunity right now. Dylan was talking about. You borrow this, you go swap for this, you play it on this, put it in this pool. It sounds so degenerate, but at the same time, there's just so much opportunity right now, because the space is so new, still so growing so fast, and there's so much up and down here and there. And these, there's so much opportunity for newbies too, for people who are just coming in and getting their feet wet. So like having, also that tool that Diego had to kind of like be like, yo, explain to me some of the best strategies that are working right now, and then break it down into like, why does this work? Why should it work to somebody who's really trying to understand, it'd be great. Like for example, like I onboarded my dad's friend. He's like a 50-year-old guy, to Liquidium to start using it. And at first he was like, dude, there's no way I'm going to use this. Why would people be borrowing against pictures? This is absolutely stupid, And then after walking him through, like, no, dude, you can be a lender. You can earn if they're liquidated on you. It's all about just managing your LTV. And now he's like one of the most active users on Liquidium. He's made like 100% returns in like 6 months. He's telling me like, dude, this is insane. Like, where's the next opportunity? I'm like, dude, it's just that's the name of the game. There's so much opportunity here where we are, and yeah, I don't know. It just all works together.
Yeah, no one's going to use this like 300 million or whatever you guys have done in volume later, right? Like, yeah,
literally, literally, it's so funny. Yeah. No,
I really do think like the help from AI is such a game changer too. Like that will really like, I don't know like how many, I mean, I know for like, like smaller teams like Bitflow and Liquidium, it's like we can't be on interacting 24/7 like we try to be, but it's almost impossible. So just having that extra layer of like education is like so important, I think, just onboarding people. So yeah, I think it's incredible. I can't wait to play around with it, honestly. I'm about to like degen really hard on Bitflow after this call.
Lady Liquidium is dropping capital. Uh-oh.
I think the beautiful thing about DeFi is like, or one of them at least, is like, we don't have to have these massive teams. Like, how many employees does a bank have, right? I mean, like, you build these protocols, like you can set up any like additional servers on top of that to like help run some services, in the back end to make life easy, whether it's like keepers or AI bots or whatever is needed. We have like some great wallets that make our life easier on the UX side as well. But yeah, like we can scale to huge trading volumes in PVL, right? Like with like, I think people have been able to do in the past.
It's amazing. It's honestly amazing. Technology is great for that. Blockchain is great for that. For us, I think, because I know like, the Bitflow team, Liquidium, we all started at the same time, going through the accelerator at
And
Stack.
cohort, right?
What'd you say?
So you guys the same
cohort.
cohort. Okay.
Yeah, big cohort, yeah.
First cohort, yeah, Bitcoin startup.
That's awesome. Yeah, that's
It's
awesome.
crazy. But I think around that time is when like ChatGPT came out. I forget if it was before or if it was during. I think it was during. But I just remember being like, this is a huge unlock for small teams. Like I feel like so blessed to be building right now when I get this tool. Like I'm gonna use this all over the place. This is awesome. And it's only been getting better, so that's great, and I'm sure it helped you guys a bunch too.
So
AI.
I had like finished up my master's in computer science like maybe 2 years before that, and like if I had like a career coach, my specialization was in machine learning. So like but I was really a lot more compelled to build in the Bitcoin space. Like the more I learned about it, but it was always like intellectually stimulating and all that good stuff. But like if I'd had a career coach in 2022, like you got Celsius blowing up, like Luna, whatever, and you've got FTX, and they're like, you could have been doing like an AI startup, right? Like, and but like absolutely, no regrets on that. It's like the contrarian stuff, like building on Bitcoin that ends up, I think it's gonna pay dividends for the teams that have been putting in the work here. But then it's kind of like funny how it comes back around, and now we get to improve our products like even more, using some of those tools. So it's like, yeah, very, very glad that we just, I don't know, looking back, it always maybe makes more sense than it does in the current moment. But yeah, it's been a fun ride. Yeah.
So true. So true. Magical times right now, that's for sure. But cool. So we got a question in the chat about the tool we were talking about. The main one was Bitflow. That's the swapping and pools aggregator. Diego, do you have that link for the bot, or is that still closed? That you were showing off. You can still.
No, you guys can, everyone can start participating and testing it out. The back end, it uses Bitflow SDK already. Yeah, I'll share here as well.
Fire.
Let's go.
I'm gonna be playing with that.
There it
Yeah,
is.
just got the link in there for you. Yeah.
Set up, get your wallets. It's the same wallet they use. It creates an agent. So an agent, think of someone that is just holding on to your stuff. And you can copy other people's bot as well. You can copy, there's a bunch of cool stuff. So it is in the experimental phase, but it works. And we're trying to gather the best possible tools, make it, kind of easy to use because there's a lot of, different ways that someone can use the agent and bring that within the Bitflow application as well. But it is all powered by the Bitflow SDK. There's over 200, almost 200 tokens. Dylan is like 57 routes. 57,000 routes. I think
We're like over 100,000 routes now. It's crazy.
Yeah,
You
or maybe
think,
100,000.
you can just like the AI, like we'll do all of it for you. The front end just on app.bitflow.finance will do it for you too. Like Leather wallet, Express wallet, wherever you're swapping. Like all that stuff just automatic. Yeah, we like got a couple studs on the team that help build out that service, just like super smooth, super quick. Great.
And that's where all these pieces of the tech comes in. We're aggregating it all and just making it easy. And more liquidity is flowing. We are launching pairs almost daily for the next few weeks. We do have something special.
No Christmas break, I guess, huh, Diego? Thanks, buddy.
None. None. Got to meet the schedule.
No break. But yeah, and we're open to feedback. We're building this out in the public. We're very thankful for the beta testers and the early users and everybody that's been jumping on the Billy community, Liquidium, Pizza Ninjas, the Runes. I mean, there's a bunch of people that have been in the last maybe 2 or 3 months already. We were planning to launch this by October, by Halloween, and we kept on pushing, and we made it right. It was the right timing. SBTC's out. You get SBTC yield automatically dropped into your wallet. That's 5% Bitcoin yield. It's a very trust minimized bridge. You can start trading, earning, and it's the only platform where you can stake your runes and get some hefty yields. Like I would check that. That's the big alpha. You can stake runes. So check that out.
This is again kind of just like my own purist test or whatever. Like if I was gonna say, like if you have a friend's like, where's the best place to go? I've got Bitcoin. Where do I go buy runes? Like right now, the answer still might be Magic Eden. Because we have native Bitcoin to stacks enabled in the app today, but like we have all this infrastructure to just add like these next tools where you can go native Bitcoin to L2 runes, like ready to go. It's just like a matter of giving the devs like a couple of days or maybe like Christmas break or something. But like it's like right there around the corner. We're so close to being like the best place to trade on Bitcoin, I think, with that experience. And then the next level is like round trip completely L1 to L1. So this is we're super excited about it.
Fire, bro. Round trip. I like that. It'll be a round trip. L1 to L1. Fire. Nice. No, that's super cool. I guess
Bitcoin
maybe
bro.
open it up.
Sorry. Bitcoin Bro
Okay.
Bear says cool tech bros.
I love it. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. I hope people like it, man. Like I think people are gonna love it, but if they don't, that's cool too. Like I've mentioned to Diego, like we could use a few more haters. Like people on Stacks are very nice. They love us. We love them. Like expanding out into the dipping our toes in the native BTC waters. Like I think we're more likely to attract a few haters. And
Nice.
You guys have done that. Like I'm curious to hear if like you had people maybe hating on Liquidium at first, or if it's actually like what that experience has been like for you guys. But I think, I'm optimistic that even if we do get some haters, like we're gonna be able to like sift through the noise and like maybe find some actually valuable user feedback and help improve the product. Yada.
Yep. No, you need the haters, bro. The haters are actually great. We've made so many changes that just came straight from our haters, and like we also have like such a love-hate relationship with them too. So that's why it's kind of hard because we do always try to like address it if somebody's like talking about something where we'll have a chat with them. Sometimes it's in the Discord, so it's public, but like it always ends up like helping us a ton. Just hearing what they're saying, what they're complaining about. So it's great. It's honestly great, but it's tough. It's tough because you're just like, oh, it's so hard to take it sometimes. But sometimes they do got to just tell you straight up how it is. Like this is bad or this is good. Yeah, haters are good. You guys are. You don't have enough.
You get a roast in the chat too.
So many haters. Bring it on, guys.
It's the best feedback, right? It's like haters keep on hating haters. Funny.
You need the haters. It makes you your best self. It's so true. You're so right.
Do you see what Dante said?
Dante?
I'm gonna pull my window down and flip them off. No, Dante's a man. The funny thing is Dante is the opposite of a hater. He's
Facts.
Yeah.
He's like the most supportive man of all time.
Dude, he's always like one of the first ones here in the call. So he's fired.
Oh shoot, I gotta drop, guys. I gotta 4 p.m. But much love. Enjoy chatting with you.
Okay. Well,
Appreciate you, Dylan.
we appreciate you.
Thanks for coming, Dylan.
Always love you guys coming through.
Yeah, for real.
Nice.
Thank you very much. Well, shout out to you guys. Appreciate the space. Hope to be back again.
Anytime, let us know, man.
And if you guys want the alpha, keep on following these guys here.
Follow
You guys also
Bitflow.
have access- Yep. And you guys also have access to the beta as well. You can see what's coming in the next few days just by accessing beta.bitflow.finance. But the alpha is the yield and the staking and the earnings that's live now. So check that out. Any questions, let us know. Bring the feedback. We're trying to make it better. And yeah, awesome.
Beautiful. Yeah, we appreciate you, man. Thank you for coming by.
Thanks.
Big love,
Yeah, I'm
Diego.
about to do like 10 hours of Bitflow testing. And I'll get back.
Kate
For
trying
sure.
to stack it up over there. Oh, I see we have a comment from Nothing on Twitter right now, but the comment hasn't quite loaded yet. But I'm sure he's going to be interested in what he sees. This man likes to be in all kind of bags.
We appreciate it. Happy holidays to you guys. Enjoy it.
Likewise.
Remember to be working so hard so that we can spend more quality time with families and do shit that we love. It's time to get that. I know we had 2.5 years to like touch grass, but we can take a week to do it again. That's the goal.
Absolutely. You deserved it. Well, we appreciate you coming by, and we'll talk to you soon, sir.
All right.
Big love, Diego.
Peace.
Thank you.
Peace, bro.
Everybody.
Peace, everybody.
Bye.